I did not know that this played a huge factor into muscle recovery. She is Tamika and Tamika is she. Hey, she is Tamika and Tamika is she. Hey, she is Tamika and Tamika is me. Hello, gorgeous. Welcome to the 75 Soft Challenge. This is going to be week 8 update, and I'm also going to give you a little bit of week 7 because I did forget to mention a couple of little things, but I will mention just a tiny bit of Zepbound. But first, let's go ahead and get into the 75 Soft Challenge. This is going to be about supplements I am no longer taking. Now, these supplements are supposed to help with muscle recovery after your workout. And for those who do not know, I am in strength training. I am in maintenance of Zepbound. However, I used to have issues with muscle recovery. And when you are on these medications and you're eating less in calories, it does play a part in it as far as like your healing process. So I was advised by a coworker, like, hey girl, you need to take some pre-workout, some glutamine, like these pre-workouts and post-workouts and these type of muscle recovery supplements is what I was suggested. What was suggested to me. Maybe she just got tired of me walking stiff leg all the time. That's what I mean by the recovery process was just way too long for me. First, I do want to say supplements are good to take. They are to do its job, which is to supplement what you are lacking of in whole foods. However, these type of supplements can be pretty costly, especially if you are taking them on a regular. So I took these supplements and they lasted me for about a good 2 months. But when I started adding everything up, girl, it was almost costing me about $100 along with the other supplements that I do take. So with these pre-workouts, I noticed over the month of January, I did not take the pre-workout and I did not take the glutamine. The reason for that is because I just plainly forgot. And what I did was to my muscle recovery, which this was done unintentionally, was just me increasing my calories. And how I did that was by increasing my carb intake and increasing my protein. I did not know that this played a huge factor into muscle recovery, that you need to be eating more, fueling your body with carbs and fueling your body with protein. Now, being on Zepbound prior, when I was on like the 7.5 milligrams and 10s and 5s, I noticed that my calorie intake was really low. So it was like a little bit below 1400. Now that I am in maintenance, I've been increasing my calorie intake. So instead of me increasing my calorie intake with junk food, overly processed food, I increase it with the healthy carbs, which is the complex carbs, and I increase my protein. And I do take supplements as like protein powders, but I do try to get a lot of my protein from whole foods, a lot of my carbs from whole foods. And because I was doing that, I noticed that my muscle recovery has been just like that. I've noticed that after I've done an intense workout, I will go hard on Monday and I'll be like, dang, by Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm going to be so sore. By Wednesday, girl, I am not sore at all. And I was just shocked because I thought, well, dang, Tamika, are you even putting enough into your workout? Are you actually challenging yourself? And I kid you not, I kept trying to go harder and harder and harder. And the more harder I went, the more my calories started going up. And I just noticed that my recovery was still the same. I still felt good. I was more mobile. I don't know. It's just like my body just was like, thank you for fueling me so I can grow and do my job, grow your muscles and do the job that I need to do. But I can't do what I need to do if you're not giving me what I need. So that's a helpful tip for you guys, just in case. Now, you may not be on the same type of regimen I am in. Maybe this is for people who are not on the GLP-1 and you're trying to do body recomp and you're not trying to lose a whole lot of weight, but you just want to change your outer appearance, your physique, and just tone up. These are the things that you would need to do. Increase your calories, eat more protein, and eat more carbs. Another thing that also helped me with my muscle recovery is using the TENS unit. Now I'm going to show you a picture of it, but the TENS unit is like these little pulses in your muscles. You put these little sticky tabs on your muscles, like on your legs or on your hamstrings. That is what I do. And I noticed that also helps with my muscle recovery. Now I do stretches after my workout, okay? But this extra help that helps this extra by using the TENS unit, it just adds like a little extra help when it comes down to my muscle recovery. But I solely put the muscle recovery on the increase of carbs, which is with proteins and increase of calories with protein and carbs. Okay, so now let's get into my fitness goals, reflections, and recaps. Okay, so I'm going to give you a little bit of last week, which was week 7, and then now of week 8, just a tiny bit because I forgot to share that with you guys in last Friday's video. But far as like my reflection, I do want to just kind of read some of the things off of here. It's the You Got This fitness journal, and I did get this out of Home Goods. I mentioned that, and I also have a little video about it. You can check it out after this video. All right, so just to nail in, so this video doesn't be too long, I'm just going to read off what I have here. So some of my accomplishments that I have discovered over the past week and a half, that was yesterday. Wait, what's today's date? So today's date is January 30th, okay? So on January 29th, I put up a post and I mentioned that I finally reached 2,100 calories. Now, that right there was amazing for me to have reached that. So that right there was a great milestone for me. Now, will I continue to keep the 2,100 calories? I would love to keep that up. But I feel like the reason why I was able to eat that is because I went so hard Monday and Tuesday that on Wednesday, which was my active rest day, all I did was walk. I needed to fuel my body and I just wanted to eat more. And that's exactly what I did. And I'll show you everything right here. Whoo, child, it is getting hot. It is hot in the city. 100 calories was increased yesterday. I see changes in my body. I noticed this last week. If you are not following me and you're not, engaging with me on my community tab, honey, I am giving you raw dog real time. And I took a picture of my thighs and how slim they are starting to look. I'm also starting to notice some muscle definition in my thighs. I'm not going to talk a whole lot about the glute area because I really want that to be more of a surprise. But I do see like a difference in that. And I'm telling you, like, when you want change, you need to start changing your ways and your habits and the things that you're doing so that you can reach those goals. The accomplishment is what I did was I chose to give myself grace over perfection, meaning that I do have a split schedule. So Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Fridays are my training days, and Wednesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays are my active rest days. Now, last week, the weekend of the girls' trip, I did miss Thursday and Friday, but before we had our outing with the Sun Rays from Traces of Tawan's Life channel, before we had our meetup, I did work out that Saturday morning. So I was able to make up one of the 2 days that I missed. Now, perfection to me would be hitting all 4 days and then doing something, of course, on my active rest day. But you don't always have to be perfect with your workout. Consistency means just showing up. And one of the things that how I show up, even if I don't train for the full 4 days, or if I just do 3 days or I just 2 days, I still show up by actively moving, getting my steps in. So that's what I mean by showing yourself some grace and not always trying to be perfect. Thing that I've accomplished now, this is more of, is not really tailored to fitness, but I also like to journal my journal. So what I like to journal is my to-do list of things that I need to do for that day. So instead of having everything in my head, I always write it out. I don't care if it's a content idea, a content video idea. I don't care if it's a grocery list. I don't care if it's a to-do list that I need to do when I get home. That way I can build structure and discipline within myself, because I like to see myself checking off, scratching off all of my duties that I need to do. And if I don't complete all of them, I am A-okay with that. Like last night, I had a to-do list, but it got put to the back of the burner because I had to do some other little things that was important, and it took up a lot of my time. And I was okay with that. I still got a little bit of housework done, and by the time I was able to sit down, girl, I done missed a whole live from Twan, and then I was able to catch a little bit of Dee Dee, but then I got tired and I was like, I need to go to sleep. But the fact is that I was able to do that and accomplish something. I didn't just sit on my butt and do anything. I kept moving and start scratching my chores off of my list and things I needed to do for myself. Another accomplishment, well, it's not really an accomplishment, but another added on supplement that I forgot to mention was the creatine that Mel B got me. This was the creatine that Simply Taisha mentioned to me in a live. I forgot whose live that we were on. So she was so kind enough to mention it to me. And I was like, okay, I'm going to just put that on my list of things that I want. Not necessarily need at the moment, but that's something that I want. But I wanted to finish up all my other supplements before adding on a new supplement. And I am going to do a product review on that creatine, because I think that it's important, because I want to compare it to the other creatine that I have. But back to the creatine of Mel B gifting me that last weekend in our meetup, was that, I took that, and girl, ever since I've been taking that for the past, how many workouts? She gave it to me Saturday. So Monday, Tuesday. Monday and Tuesday, I don't know where this energy came from. I don't know where I need to do more reps, or I need to increase my weights even more. I started challenging myself even harder. And that goes into some improvements that I want to do. So let's talk about improvements. This is already 7 minutes long. All right, so my improvements real quick is going to be, I need to start drinking more water. I should be drinking half of my body weight in water, and I should be drinking at least 63 ounces. And girl, I'm barely getting in 24. Next will be devotions. I did skip a few days of devotions, but I quickly got myself back on track, and devotions are extremely important because it also helps me to journal out things that I am looking to improve on myself, not wanting something from God, but just knowing that God has everything under control. And what am I doing to center myself? What am I doing to control anxiety? What am I doing to be happy? Those are the type of things that I need to be working on, which is a part of the self-care. And another thing is challenging myself to do more, which I was just speaking about. So with that creatine, that is helping me to challenge myself to do a little bit more. And with that being said, far as like my calories burned, girl, I had my thing set at 500. I know I can do more. And when I saw Twan saying that hers is set at 1,000, now don't get me wrong. Now I'm not doing a comparison, because her fitness level is totally different from mine, and her endurance can be different from mine. I don't have a bike, but there are some ways that I can increase my calories burned. So instead of just stopping at 500 or just saying 450 is fine or 400 is fine, if I can just get a little bit over 500 each week, just doing a little bit more, I know I can do it. Because why? I have I'm sweating. I have a walking pad, and I love dancing on my walking pad as long as I don't fall. Those are ways that I can burn more calories. And the reason why I say that is because the other day I didn't really have time to do. It was something that I didn't get all my steps in at work. So when I got home after my strength training, I got on my my walking pad, and girl, I was banging it out. And I managed to get close to 10,000 steps when I was just only sitting at 4. So those are the type of things that I know that I can challenge myself. And so I encourage you to challenge yourself. What are some improvements that you can make? So just reflect on, even though you're going to see this Friday, but during this week, what So reflecting on what you did this week, what can you improve for next week? Think about that. Your improvements, and also celebrate your accomplishments that you did this week. Now, next week, let's try to gradually increase whatever it is that you felt like you could have improved on. Let's do a little bit better. Now, I don't always hit all of my marks, everything as far as like water, devotion, doing self-care for myself, and then trying to be a wife, and then a mom, and then holding up the household and stuff. There is something that's going to lack, but as long as I am trying to improve each week and do better and give a little bit of my time to each little category, I will feel good about myself when I go to bed at night. So I just want to share that with you, and I will check you out later. Goodbye, gorgeous. It is hot, honey. I am sweating. My face is shiny. Have a good day, gorgeous.